All of my friends like that would hear you say that right now.
They're all laughing, aren't they?
He's only been going to the gym for 2 weeks.
Well, well, hey, 2 weeks is better than no weeks,
That's
right?
That's no, right. But yeah, I guess in the last 2 years, we've just been in rooms writing songs in Nashville and recording songs, and it's kind of all been behind the scenes stuff, preparing, for a new album. And so, this was really my first round of, trying to get my own stuff together, and I went to Nashville and had my first meeting with Big Machine Records because a girl named Laurel Kittleson that worked at Big Machine seen me on Instagram, and she said, "Hey, we like your voice and want you to come in and play songs for one of our guys here." And so, I was just as excited as I could be, and went in there and had my guitar. He asked me to play, and played him a few of my songs. I wrote 6 songs at that time, and they are songs that I have released. When I first started, and I played them for him. And he said, "Man, we really like your voice, but those songs are terrible." he said, "Those songs, like, you're a pretty good singer, man, but those songs aren't very good. Like," he's like, "We need you to write, about 250 songs and come back."
Well, you have co-wrote some songs.
Yeah.
One of them being "As Long as You're in It,"
yes,
recorded by Jake Owen, and that is on his greatest hits.
Yes.
Right.
And a lot of people.
That's a bonus song.
Right. A lot of people are confused by the greatest hits because they're like, "How are you on a greatest hits? You've been writing songs in Nashville for 2 years." So the way that works is Jake Owen recorded a greatest hits album, and there was 2 bonus tracks on the album, and we got to be one of the bonus tracks. So that's how I am on the greatest hits, and I got to see it on somebody sent me the CD the other day, and actually got to see it in the credits. And then I got on iTunes on my phone. I was like, "I wonder if it's on there." I got digging through there, and I scrolled down, see my name, under there, and I had like a little moment there.
I was gonna ask, how did that feel?
I was just like, "Oh man!" Like that. I mean, the song's been out for over a year, but I just hadn't looked at that stuff.
Right.
Because you're
so
always.
It was in black and white.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That'd be a great moment.
Yeah.
I'm just
that
saying,
would
that would be
be
a light bulb moment of pride.
Well, it was just
where
like.
your hard work has paid off.
Mm-hmm.
It's just made it.
Well, it's just one of those. I definitely haven't. My guys that I write with all the time, they'll have a number 1 song, and in Nashville, it's always about the next thing. And my buddy that I live with, he's actually my producer too in Nashville, Tommy Cecil. He just co-wrote the song "Jack and Diane," Jake Owen, that went number 1. And I was like, "Man, how does that feel? Like, what's going through your head?" And he's like, "I'll be honest with you." He's like, "It all happens so fast, and we write the song, and then we're on to the next one." He's like, "We go to the number 1 party, and we're happy that that it happened." But those kind of things make me think, like, to really live in the moment and enjoy those when those things happen, to really take them in and not let something like a number 1 song or a greatest hit song cut just go under the radar and think, just get ready for the next thing. My main thing is to try to enjoy it as it's happening, every chapter.
Right, because we never know. We never know what tomorrow's going to bring.
Mm-hmm.
But I think also you can probably reflect back now. Look at seeing something like that in black and white. You can look back and see the hard work and the dedication and the discipline. I'm saying discipline.
Yeah.
I am.
You
because to be where you are, you do have to have that.
Yeah.
You do. But you can look back and think to where you are now, how you got there, and think back to those days when they said, "Kelcey, great voice, but those songs."
Yeah, man, but your songs are not very good. So, here, and this has not been very long ago, I was, I drive back and forth to Nashville every week. I'm there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday writing, and then cutting hair at Ellison's barbershop Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And a few months ago, I had, making that trip back and forth, I thought, man, I need something, a little better on gas. I've got to get something that's going to be, get me there without spending a ton of money, because I was driving an SUV every week, just blowing a bunch of money. So I bought a Honda Civic from one of my buddies. Very, very cheap. This is one of these cars that my brother, Kobe Hart, if he's listening, he's a police officer, and he
We
said,
love Kobe.
shout out to my little brother. He said, man, he said, do you realize that we look for those kind of cars to pull over? He's
Oh,
like,
no.
He's like, this car was terrible, but it was really good on gas mileage. And so one morning I'm at the bank rolling up the window to this Honda Civic, and the window just breaks. It breaks and falls down in the window, in the door. And I'm like, oh no, like what? I get home, I take the door panel off, I'm trying to get that fixed, and it didn't work. So Dad, he's like, well, I'll tell you what we can do, son. So I got some duct tape out in the garage.
That was what I was thinking.
And it was so cold outside. I was like, I can't drive to Nashville with this window down like this. So he duct taped the whole side. And then Kobe sees that, my little brother, that's a police officer.
I'm sure.
And he's like, yes. No. Like, he's always shaking his head at me. But luckily, I do have a new car now. So the duct tape's gone. The duct tape's gone. Everything's looking up.
Speaking of your brother, recently got engaged.
He did.
Recently,
Yeah.
his fiance came, registered at the depot.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you the best
What's
man?
her name?
What?
You just saw me looking like, you didn't just say that on the radio. I'm so sorry.
So, are you the best man?
Yes, I am.
You are.
Yeah.
That comes with a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. That's what I hear. This is my first attempt at being a best man, and that's something that I don't know. Hopefully it goes good. They're telling me, I'm asking Kobe, I'm like, so what do you want to do? How do you want this? How do you want that? And every time I speak up, say anything, I feel like Mom is just kind of like taking the reins, and she's like, Kelcey, this is kind of what you need to do.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
my thing is, it's just like, I'll screw it up if I try to do it myself. So I'm just listening to everybody, what they want to do, and I'm going to try to do the best I can, and we'll see.
Well, you probably have a friendship with your brother and a bond like
It's gotten better.
no one else.
It's gotten
better. So he hasn't taken you to jail yet?
He's threatened to a couple times. He has.
So I think you'll do just fine. But let me just say, listen to your mother, Kelcey.
Oh, yeah. She's a good one.
She is a
She
good
is.
one.
She will do it and do it right. And
She
it be
will.
perfect.
She will.
Yeah.
Let's talk about another song, because I listened to this the other day, and that is If We're Gonna Have One More.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that song.
If We're Gonna Have One More is a song that we wrote about a year and a half ago. I wrote it with, oddly enough, before I even knew these guys were going to be my producers, Matt Alderman and Tommy Cecil, which Tommy's my roommate in Nashville. And, it's pretty much, the song's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, if we're going to have one more, whether you're hanging out at a club, a bar, wherever you're at, and you are maybe having you're having a drink or whatever, if you want to, you're into somebody and you want to get out of there, if we're going to have one more, we're going to have it somewhere where the drinks are free.
Now,
Let's get out of here.
You co-wrote that song,
Mm-hmm.
as well as She's Gone,
She's gone.
right?
Yes,
I like that one.
she's gone.
I do.
I played that song at the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville.
How was that? Was that was that an awe moment for you?
Oh my gosh.
Or were you just so nervous that you just don't even really...
I was so nervous, and I get this way about a lot. Like, I get really nervous, like, before things happen, and then in the moment, I'm fine. But it's like the build-up to it. Like, and the Bluebird was that way. It was like, it's such an iconic thing, and for one,
That's a marker for you.
Oh,
really,
well,
it's a marker for any musician.
You get there, and it's like sitting in these kind of chairs in a circle, and there's 90 people in this room that's like literally like 3 or 4 times the size of this room.
And everyone wanted a ticket. Your poor mother.
We had 9.
Right,
We had,
I know.
We had
And
9. We made friends mad over that, because it's like, there was just a few tickets, and a lot of it was just like immediate family, and then Laurel Kittleson, which is the girl that pretty much, had me, was the reason I'm in Nashville, the artist recruit from Big Machine. She needed a ticket, and that was like one of the last ones, and I'm like, well, she's got to be here.
Well, yeah.
She's the reason I'm here.
Yeah, right.
So, but that room was so intimidating because most places you play, people are talking, cutting up, and whatever. This place, you can hear a pin drop.
So it's serious business, right?
The closest person sitting to you is right here. I mean, you barely have room to hold your guitar in this room, and you're just sitting in a circle with other people you're playing with, and it was pretty intimidating, but it was one of the coolest things I've got to do so far.
So you toured a lot this last summer, right?
Probably not a lot to most people's standards, but it was my first run for about we done a 6 stop run. We hit 6 different places in South Carolina. But this year, we're stepping it up. We are releasing music. We just got out of the studio, and out of 250 songs, we picked 6 that we are gonna release.
Now, they're not the original 6, right, that you talked about earlier?
No. It took us 250 to get 6 right, I think. So.
That's exciting for you. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So we've only got about 5 more minutes left in the show. We've got to do one more giveaway. Susie, you want to tell them what that's going to be?
We are going to give away a $25 gift certificate to Depot Gifts and Corner Fashions. No expiration on those gift certificates, of course, and it can be used on anything that we carry in the store, with the exception of Delicious. Can't be used on that. But Depot Gifts and Corner Fashions.
Well, let's go easy on Wayne. Let's say caller number.
I said caller number 3.
Caller number 3, Wayne. Look, he's giving us a thumbs up. And that number is 270-754-9592.
Caller number 3.
So it is Love Day, and we're in here talking to Kelcey. Kelcey, I've talked to a very special lady. He's giving me that look. Look, he's nervous, I think.
A very special lady?
A very special lady.
It's okay, Kelcey. I got you on this.
Oh.
I will not let her
I was
do it.
nosing around a little bit about you, and I said, can you just give me a little bit about
You're making me
Kelcey?
nervous.
I'm making you nervous. And here's what she said.
Remember, you can't say anything too bad on this show.
No, I promise. She said, I would describe Kelcey as a country boy. He loves country living. His favorite things are four-wheeling.
You want to know something already? I know who you're talking
You know who
about.
this is already?
Guarantee it.
And back roads and sitting around a fire in the evenings. He loves all seasons, enjoys the beach, hot tubs, and spending time with his family and friends. He has a big heart, which makes sense. I mean, you're a heart, right?
That's right.
And he's very sensitive to the needs of others. He doesn't like drama or gossip and tries to avoid both. And she talks about you living in Nashville and about being home Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Is that correct? That's when
Thursday,
your
Friday,
Thursday,
Saturday.
Friday. Right.
Yeah.
He's just finished recording an EP that should be out soon.
Yeah.
I think she's very proud of that. She also said, there's one funny story that I can think of regarding hearts. And it was when Kobe was born. We named him Kobe Doss. His middle name is my maiden name. Kelcey said, Mom, I love that name, Kobe Doss, but don't you think we should have named him Hart like the rest of us? So this very important lady I'm talking about is your mother. Let me say, from a mother's standpoint, she will always be your biggest fan, biggest supporter. There will be no other person who will love you, pray for you, want the best, be your biggest cheerleader, first one in line, than your mother.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. She's pretty much told me, she's like, now you just got a few years to make it for myself. She said, I'm about to retire and I need some money. I'm like, all right.
We talked about that last night. We talked about, making it big, and if you were to ever choose to move away, you said you'd always have a home in Muhlenberg County.
Always, no matter what.
So we've got a winner.
We have a winner already? Who's the winner?
Haley Holland.
Congratulations, Haley. You can come by Depot Gifts and Corner Fashions and pick up your $25 gift card.
Yep.
So, Kelcey, did you want to play us any music this morning? I know you
Well,
have your guitar with you.
what I'm going to do and we don't know really how this is going to sound because I'm playing it off of my phone, but I do want to play just a short clip of a song that is going to be on the EP called Find That Girl.
Ooh, I like
Um,
that.
And we don't, like I said, guys, this is off of a cell phone, just playing it here in the studio, holding it up to the microphone, so we don't know really how it's going to sound, but if you can hear it, this is a clip of Find That Girl that's going to be on the EP.
All I got was a dance and a first name before she disappeared into the dark. I was all caught up in her eyes. I didn't see her running off with my heart. That slow down song hit me too soon before I even got to make my move. Gotta find that girl, gotta kiss that smile, gotta hold that hand for more than a little while. She lost in a crowd, did she leave with a friend? Is she out on the town? Gotta know before this night ends. Maybe it was nothing, but it felt like something when she crashed into my world. Gotta find that girl.
Wow.
So there's a little clip of one of them.
Just a little preview. Congratulations,
thank
Kelcey. We're
you.
so proud of you. So promise us one thing. When you make it like really big, you're gonna come back and visit the girls on the local community.
I will for sure.
If not, I'll be over there at your mother's house,
Yeah, knocking
on the door.
Where's he at? I know he's in
I
here.
know he's here. Probably one of those fans, right?
know
right?
he's on.
Stalker.
He's home on Monday, or
He's,
he's home on Thursdays. I know it.
he's down there cutting hair. Well, no. Probably
No,
if
he
you
won't
make
be
it
cutting
big,
hair
you won't
by
be
then.
cutting hair.
No.
So
No. It's been a good morning.
it has been.
Thank you, Kelcey, for coming in and joining us.
Thank y'all
this
for having
morning,
me.
sharing
I've
some
enjoyed it.
music. So, I can't let the morning go without one last thing. And I'm going to try not to do this in a sad way, but it really is a sad thing. 22 years ago today, Greenville, Kentucky lost one of their sweetest girls, Sarah Hanson. It's been 22 years. I absolutely cannot believe it's been 22 years. Those of you that are listening, I know you know where you were in those moments. So
I know where I was.
a prayer for that family this morning, because our hearts go out